Hi, guys. Welcome. Yeah, it's been one of them days. I decided to just get into some meditative healing music. Actually, I've been doing that pretty much all day today. After the live shoot last night, I had to leave suddenly because I had to take my daughter to the emergency room last night. I remember I said I thought that she was kind of feeling weird, and she's been feeling kind of odd, for the last couple of weeks for sure. But anyway, it got pretty bad. So, and she don't want even me to say nothing, but I just want to share this with you guys because I think I know what it is. Anyway, I had to take her to the emergency room and clean bill of health. Everything is fine, not a problem at all, except for a itty bitty lick of a little bit of fluid behind her ears. But other than that, healthy, not a problem in the world. I really believe it's because of something is different in our magnetic force. And I think it's affecting her. It's affecting me for sure. So, but she doesn't believe that. But anyway, I'm just sharing this with other folks who are awakening or is interested in that at all. I think that's what's going on. Look up Schumann. Let's see, Schumann. It's called Schumann. SHU. Somebody put it in there yesterday. Matter of fact, and thank you for that. If you could put it in there again, I'd appreciate that. It's an app or program that you can go to for something about the human resonance and how it correlates with the rhythms or the energy in us. And when the rhythms of the earth change or kind of going out of whack, we kind of go out of whack too. Fascinating, but it makes perfect sense to me. But anyway, I say there's a lot of folks there. I want to just share something with you guys. After the chat um, last night, there's a lot of things that were said and unsaid, and it seems like the more questions I feel I've found the answers for, I find even more. And I would love to say to everyone that this awakening process is you just know everything all at once. Poof, you just have all this information. Again, I know that I'm a starseed. And I know sometimes I get a little frustrated, and I know y'all, you can kind of hear it with me too, because I'm like, I'm ready to go. And um, anyway, it's a process, and there's a reason why we are awakening the way that we're awakening. You know, because there's a lot of folks out there, like, say, for instance, like Big Judah and Fifth, Jeff, Naughty Beaver, Jacob Israel, Nine Nania, and so many others. And all seem to be like what I call is not really the truther community or the aluminum foil hat people or whatever, but it seems like when folks are waking up and they listen to this and that and everywhere, it's just like it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. And there's so much information. Anyway, it can get overwhelming at times. Again, to go within, and I ask that God spark, that inner light. I ask to be shown. So what I did, I pulled three messages that I want to share with you. And I'm just going to read it, okay? Let me check real quick. Can you guys hear me okay over the music? Thank you, Emma May. I see you said Schumann resonance. That's exactly what I was talking about. Can someone just tell me if you can hear me okay and the music is not over? Okay. There's a strange echo noise in your voice. Maybe it's because of the music in the background. Or is it? I'm going to go ahead and turn it down just a little bit, okay? That's not the one. Hang on, guys. That's it. I really don't like this music. Bear with me, y'all. Hold on. I'm just going to turn this off because it's not, I don't like the way it sounds. And if y'all wondering about this whole crazy get up thing, I've been kind of playing. I got in my daughter's wigs makeup again. Tomorrow they're having like a winter like party, and you can get to do dress up in fanciful ways. And I decided I was going to be an ice queen because I found this real sparkly scarf. I don't know if you can see how sparkly it is. It's really sparkly. And I put this old platinum blonde wig that I found in there, and it kind of matches my gray hair in the front there. And I'm going to find me some type of either white with sparkles in it or silver or something. Anyway, I'm going to come up with something. Anyway, it should be fun. So anyway, let me get back to this. I'm just going to read it again, okay? This one is called Illumination. New Hope. East. Yellow. Again, these three messages I pulled after I asked a direct message. I said, show me. This is the first one that I pulled. It says, you enter this world with a birth cry announcing your arrival. Then you spend the rest of this life with questions in search of answers. Where did I come from? Where am I going? Every sunrise illuminates when you have been where you are and the infinite possibilities before you. The earth is throbbing like a drum. A baby is born. Joy is born. Liquid melodies linger over the still waters of a pond, echoing the faint voices of women and the Great Mother in unison. Little one, you are blessed in beauty and light. May you be a newborn in many seasons of your life. Visit this deep blue pond often. It represents your emotions. What do you see? Can you name the emotion that pains you? Dive deeply into its phantom reflection and soothe your spirit. Your light is there, just on the other side of the shadow. Speak of it. Speak of it. That was the first message that I pulled. Here's the second. Harmony. Music, the creation. South, red. Sounds such as the Big Bang is simply the movement of air, equivalent to breathing, an act of giving life, creation. You just pop in. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Perla. Oh, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you, darling. I'm going to keep reading, okay? We got a chat. Okay, let me get back. Creation. A handmade flute, a rattle with crystals, a sacred pipe and drum, nature's voice expressed through human instruments. Music rings the bells in your heart. It opens you to movement and joy. You are in transformation through creativity. Find the secret of meditation and inner harmony by being in an alert stillness. Wow. I got to read that last line again. Find the secret of meditation and inner harmony by being in an alert stillness. I needed that message for sure. And here's the last one. Flourish. Uprooted. East. Yellow. A tree violently uprooted from its life force has many faces of grief and confusion. Okay, I'm going to have to turn this notification off because they talk too much about nonsense, I'm sure. Well, not to them, but be quiet. Let me go back. This one, I really wanted to share this one. We are often, let me start over, I'm sorry. Okay. A tree violently uprooted from its life force has many faces of grief and confusion. We are often like this tree, torn away from the environment that encourages our life growth. And the sense of loss can be devastating. But the roots leave a seed beneath the earth that will ultimately rekindle the wisdom that was left. It will grow and reforest the land in your name. And the echoes of your love will flourish from the rain of tears you have shed. This earth is a schoolhouse to which we come to learn and correct our negativity. Abuse is not a birthright. It is something you are taught. And you can replace painful memories with better thoughts. You have the right to change your story with your imagination. Focus on happy laughter and well-being instead of abuse. And the gladness of your heart will follow as the arms of Great Spirit enfold you and keep you safe. See every aspect of a situation, even though a tough one. Though you cannot change the past, know that you can change what is in your life now. Believe in your believe in your divine right to flourish. I got to read those last two lines again because that really, really hit home for me in ways that I can't even express to you guys how these messages were just like, wow. I got to read it again. Though you cannot change the past, you know that you can change what is in your life now. Believe in your divine right to flourish. I don't know what you guys think about that, but anyway, I'm going to slide on in here and see if I can say hi to you guys. Number one, hi, Fifth World. Hi, my sweet. Glad to see you. Mr. Perla 2005. Welcome. Fifth says the Holy Spirit will guide you just like me. Yeah. Fifth, how do I know if it's the Holy Spirit? Has it been the Holy Spirit the whole time? That initial voice that I heard, was that the Holy Spirit? Was that the plastic Jesus? Was you know where I'm at. You've been watching this journey of mine. Yeah. So maybe it was the Holy Spirit that led me to these messages. I don't know. Um, Truly ascension symptoms, glorified body. Okay, Fifth. Okay, you must be talking. Okay, thank you, Fifth. Change in the brain. Yeah, it reminds me of that song. How's it go? Insane in the membrane. Yeah. Sometimes I feel that way. I'm serious, guys. I have like a mild headache every day, ringing in my ears, and I normally have ringing already in my ears, but the more ringing in my ears, and just body aches, just and muscle cramps you would not believe. Yeah. And I did the supplements and I'm doing everything, that I can. Yeah. But and that's what I do, now. I'm doing everything I can, stay hydrated. And but if the pain is still there, I just attribute it to, hey, I'm coming out of my cocoon. That's the way I look at it. I'm stretching and I'm regenerating. Man, wouldn't it be nice if I stepped out of this meat suit into something? Man, I don't know, y'all. What you think? Let me get back over here. Okay. It says change in the brain. Yes. It says the shaman is the brain wave of Mother Earth who is here now. Okay. Yeah, we got to get you on Fifth. Fifth, please email or tell me how to email you. I'm so bad at this stuff. Fifth, if you could email me at swgardencreations@gmail.com, and maybe we can exchange phone numbers. I'm not good with this whole electronic thing. We can exchange phone numbers and you can call me and we could talk. I would love that, Fifth, if you could do that. swgardencreations@gmail.com. And then we can um, talk because I want to hear what you have to say. Um, human resonance. Okay. Oh, Mr. Perla says there's a strange echo noise in your voice, and I think it's because of the connection. When I do videos, I don't have that problem, but it seems like when I try and do lives, let me see. Let me clear my throat. Let's see if that's it. Though, hold on. Okay. Now I'm thinking. I've heard people say that it's because of the streaming issue here in my tiny cabin. Say, for instance, that the um, the live shoot last night, it was a different location, and they said the sound and the picture was great. Here, I don't know what it looks like. It's kind of hit and miss. So I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Let's see. Candy says hi. Hi, Candy. It's a lot of information. Yes, it is a lot of information. Um, yeah, yeah. These things keep popping in. I'm sorry, guys. Um, Debbie says hi, Monica. You're loved in Idaho. Oh, I love you too, Debbie. Yeah, been trying to coordinate a visit to surprise your amazing daughter. I would love to surprise her and just pop in on her. I know she'd like that. I would love that too. When you see her, tell her I said hi, Deb. Chloe Vang. I'm crying right now. Chloe, why are you crying, baby? Oh, because I read those messages. Yeah, they touched me too, sweetheart. And and that's why I wanted to share um, that message with you guys because I needed to hear that. I asked specifically, show me, and I was given those three messages. So I just felt like, y'all know, I wanted to share that with you guys as well. So if that's why you're crying too, Chloe, I totally get it. Deb says, I need a wig too. Yeah, you do. I got like about 20, girl. I got about 20. And then my daughter has some, so I go and go and mess with hers too. But this is not this is me. That's my hair. And you see, I did that because I have like a little widow's peak right here. So man, I wish it would get, you know, thicker. So that'll be look real cool. So it look like it's really coming from my roots. See, wigs are fun. They are so much fun, y'all. Okay. The fifth says, I promise it's just that, a glorified body. We get to live our lives the way we intended finally. And that's all, man, fifth. Yeah, that's what I want. And so, yes, we're getting our light bodies. Everything will change, but we are being prepared. Okay. And I'm all good. I mean, if even if the pain gets worse than I'm experiencing right now, bring it. If I'm changing, come on, metamorphosize. Go do it. Do it. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this damn thing. Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. A lot of people are looking at what's happening in our government, with the impeachment and um, all the unrest. My personal feeling is that's kind of scripted again to feed us into that negative mindset of being scared and, oh, what are we going to do? But again, guys, I mean, it's time. It's time for us to just, yeah, whatever's going to happen. Again, like I said, just let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's see. Helena Ward says, "Good morning, Monica." Hello, darling. It's not morning here. What time is it? 11:30? It's 11:30. But wherever you are, good morning, love. Good morning. Fifth says, "Okay, got it. Thank you, darling." My email have been interfered with. I'm going to pray this one though. I'm sending, seriously, I'm sending positive vibrations that we are going to connect with. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. And Rich. Good morning, Monica. Greetings from London. Hello, Rich. Thank you for joining us today. Awesome. Okay. And Fifth says, "You got it. It's all mind control." Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, there was a lot of I kind of want to address the gentleman that messaged last night that said that I was a not to listen to me because I was a witch. You know, I kind of think I secretly put this in my hair today to go back and go, that's bad. But anyway, on a serious note, on a serious note, um, I'm totally okay with I was okay with him sharing what his thoughts were, because that's what this is us sharing opinions and sharing our thoughts of what we think things are, and but we're all on our own journeys. And for him to come at me as a witch and also to come at me as a saying that my chat room was a den of serpents. You know, I put his behind in timeout. But I want you. I don't want you guys to think that I don't want to hear what other people say. I do want to hear what you say, but you don't have to. You don't have to be ugly. And I saw quickly where that was going, and I'm not going to allow that. We can talk about stuff, no matter how crazy it sounds to you. This is for us to step back. You can still keep what you have, whatever your belief system is, but this is a place for you to kind of explore. Okay. Um, Everyone, not everyone, but there's so many out there that are so quick to dismiss any other idea or any other concept that challenges their own, simply because it challenges their own. And it's kind of sad, to me. But again, everybody has their own journey. And again, I know that everybody's going to wind up the same place. We're all going to wind up at the same gate. Everybody's coming. You're coming from this angle. That one's coming from that angle. Here's one. That one's coming. But we're all going to come eventually together. That's going to be kind of amazing, actually. I was kind of looking at each other like, ooh. So that's what it was. Yeah. I don't know how it's going to be. I'm just ready for it to be. And when I did speak to my that light, that me, my inner light, because I'm understanding that connection now. It is me. It's me. It's me. And part of me wants to know everything right now, but part of me really likes the journey, to the excitement, the searching, the digging, the pulling this back, and part of me likes that stuff. Has anybody else in the room ever have those experiences? That okay, the ones that will say or admit that you are a star seed, and understand it and accept it and standing in it. Um, do you have situations like that occur with you? And if you do, if you feel willing to share that, I'd love to hear it. And actually, in the room, it would be great for others to hear that I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Yeah. Anyway, let me see what you guys are saying. Let me show y'all my Zoom bar. I'm getting ready to eat one. Y'all can't have, this is, can you guys see that? Hold on. No. Oh, sorry. Let me just hold it. Let me show you my Zoom bar. These are other ones I made. Okay. Let me get it good. No. And what that is, this is a an energy bar. Mm. It's made with organic peanut butter, cashew butter, tahini, raw honey, the royal jelly, bee pollen, ginseng, kola nut, guarana root, organic cocoa powder, and some other herbs that are natural stimulants. And I dip it in another milk dark chocolate. Put some drizzle some, what do you call that? White chocolate over it, and some Himalayan sea salt, and it is yummy, as you guys see. Don't look so appetizing, but look, it is so good. So you get that natural energy, and it tastes so good, and it's good for you, and it's not gonna blow your head up like those other in the store energy drinks. Yeah, this is good for you. Yum. Let's see. Okay. You got us all in the mind. Sent, hey, mom. Oh, hey, Steven. Oh, my darling. That's my other baby. I got babies all over everywhere. I got babies everywhere. That's another one of my babies. Steven says, love the hair color. Yeah. I'm going to have to open. Y'all going to be surprised with some of the stuff I'm going to come up with pretty. Why was that man even on this live chat? Good job you put his behind in time out. I would have checked him myself. He was just rude. Yeah, and again, like I said, you can say what you want to in a nice way. I mean, but there's no reason to be ugly. Mm-mm. No reason to be ugly. No, no, not having it. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Um, it says exactly harmony. Yes, we have to keep harmony. Jasmine Jackson, Does that explain my body aches that won't show up medically? So they say it's fibromyalgia. You know, Jasmine, I know quite a few people, and I'm not sure if fifth is one as well, but I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2008 out of the blue. Never had aches and pains like that at all. But all of a sudden in 2008, I started getting what I call the creep. I call it, you know, when we used to watch the 10, was it the 10 Commandments? You know, when that black thing came in the Israelite village, and they had told them to put the blood on the doorpost to keep this thing from taking their children. That's what this stuff feels like to me. It literally feels like I can feel something crawling, like black gray mist is crawling all over me, and it hurts. It's like it's whatever. Anyway, so I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking that fibromyalgia could be have something to do with that as well. Okay. Jasmine Jackson. Okay. I missed something. I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. Okay, that's where I left off. Okay, fifth. Jasmine, yes, it's actually the glorified body, sweetie. It can be intense. I know. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes. Fifth says, can tell you I've come out on the other side and you will be healthy again. Wish you healing and comfort in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Fifth. And for this other young lady, please, as well. As well. Now, I don't think the memory thing is an Ascension symptom. I think I'm just old. Let's see. Because my memory is not, my short term memory is just not good. Let's see, Jasmine laughing out. Shade, Monica, love it. You have a beautiful personality. Thank you, darling. Victoria says, please remember that the children of God sinned by going after other gods. It is by faith that all things will be revealed. You must be tested to see if you can hear his voice, not others. Okay. Let me address the first part of your comment, Victoria. You say, please remember that the children of God sinned by going after other gods. Okay. The children of God sinned by going after other gods. If there's only one God, Victoria, what other gods were the children of God going after? I'm just asking. And probably I'm trying to hash it out in my own head. Okay, who are these other gods? Most people will probably put together and say it was the stone gods and the golden calf, and people were worshiping idols and things. Why were the people worshiping idols and things? Number one, it sounds to me that they were already worshiping these idols when God came and said, why are you worshiping all these idols? Probably because they've been doing it for thousands and thousands of years before God told them not to.
stuff like that. I mean, I question that. You must be tested to see if you can hear his voice, not others. How am I supposed to be tested? Please share that with me. You know, how? Okay. How and why is what I want to know. Okay. All right. Stephen says that looks so good. Laughing out loud. Thank you, darling. Fitz says, well, I know who you're defending, Victoria, and that's okay. People hear the voice that they need to hear. That's why they have mine hidden. Okay, fifth, I'm not sure what that's about. The fifth sounds divine. Victoria says, fifth world, you know, not my thoughts. Okay, y'all. Let's talk about this. You know, we don't have to fight about it and, put big exclamation marks. Let's not do that. Let's talk about this. This is about our spiritual journey. And the reality is that we are all brothers and sisters and we're all on the same, we're on different paths, but I firmly believe we're all going to wind up in the same place, hopefully. So why not help each other, not fight each other? Whatever you have in your head that you think you just feel this is it, and the other person or like me or whoever, whatever it is, let's put our heads together and stop fighting each other. Let's talk about it. Because when we fight each other, we're playing right into the hands of them sons and guns. Come on, y'all. Come on. Okay. And I read that again. Thank you guys so for being so patient with me. Am I getting better with dealing with my lives and things? Sounds divine. Fifth, my thoughts. Okay. Not his voice, but hers. Okay. The fifth. Okay. Fifth says, yes, I was told it was fibromyalgia, but I'm healed. Is typically a 2-year process. The light body process. Mine has been a lot longer without interference. You can heal up and be better than ever. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Now, is this information fifth that maybe you can do a video on if you haven't already uh, done one for newly awakening ones, so they can kind of like some of the symptoms that we all go through, but just a one video where someone who's really knowledgeable, and it sounds like you are, um, to say, hey, this is some of the things that could be happening to you and why, and some tips, to help them get through it. Okay, fifth says the one that stole creation. And see, there's something again, fifth, I'm there with you because there is something in that whole creation story from and that's how this whole thing started for me, going this journey, is that creation story. Something happened right there. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, what happened right there. Because the rest of the stuff that in the Bible about everything else that's in the Bible and any other book, to me, I mean, it's important, but it's irrelevant. I want to know what happened right there. I think that's the key, or a big old key, a big part of it. Okay. Victoria says fake gods. There can only be one true God manifestation. Okay. Only one true God manifestation. Okay. I don't know what your belief system is, Victoria, but from reading this, it kind of sounds like um, the one true God is the one that manifest the man that manifested on earth. That is the one true God, and you're probably speaking of Jesus or Yeshua. I'm pretty. I think that's what you're saying. Fifth world, the ones that enslaved humanity. So the ones that enslaved humanity, fifth, my line of thinking right now is I'm thinking that it's those not so nice Anunnaki reptilians. That's who I right now I think it is, or something to do with that. Jasmine says, mine been since 20s. I've always felt different since a child. I always told my mom I didn't belong here with these humans. I've known of things and never knew how I knew them. Okay. It certainly sounds, from what you're describing, Jasmine, it certainly, but I've heard different programs where people say that we're all star seeds, every single one of us. So I'm a star seed is not no badge of honor. We're all star seeds. If some of this the stuff I've been reading is correct. And that's the thing. There's so many what ifs. And I think that was intentional too, having all these what ifs to keep us doing, all of that searching and digging, trying to figure things out. Okay. Trash bag fashion lover. Hi. How are you? Doing great, trash bag fashion lover. Uh, Welcome. I haven't seen you in the room before. Welcome. Thank you for coming and watching the crazy Miss Monica show. My journey, darling, is just my journey. And you're liable to hear anything. One day, again, I'm talking about meditative things and, talking to my inner light, to making jellies and jams and whatever. But it's just my journey. Thank you for joining me, us. Chloe says, my mother said to me, you're too young and don't know what real mental health problems are. Okay. You're too young and don't know what real mental health problems are. You know, I am a retired um, mental health worker. I worked with youth and families with mental health disorders. I would go into their homes and work with the youth in the schools. And I can tell you that I think every single human being has mental health problems. How can we not have mental health problems living in this world? Yeah. Not to minimize, sweetheart, if you're, insinuating that you might have some mental health problems, and I do too. Um, but I think all of mankind has mental health challenges. And some people can tolerate it better than others. Say, for instance, in my own family, I grew up in the Jehovah's Witness faith. Not a strict religious cult is what I grew up in, as a lot of the different cults as well. Grew up the same way in a dysfunctional home, and maybe not even in a cult, just being in a dysfunctional home. Um, and it does have an effect on you. All right, let's see. So you're too young, mental. So yeah. So if you're saying you have some challenges, Chloe, baby, my heart goes out to you, and we are going to get through this. we will definitely get through this. Victoria Colbert says, I never told you who you should hear. His children will hear his voice. Okay. No, you didn't tell me, Victoria. Who is it? Okay. So I say, never tell you who you should hear. His children will hear his voice. And um, it's funny that you should mention that, Victoria, because it was an example that was given to me a few years ago about shepherds. What they would do is it was a big deal. Each shepherd would just be out in the field someplace, all clumped up together. No, in different areas of fields. And they'd have all the sheep from all the different shepherds all put in one pen, all the sheep from different herds all together. And then they would open the gates, the corral, and they would have the shepherds call their sheep. Do you know those sheep would only go to their own shepherd every time? Sheep will know their shepherd. So I totally concur. You know, I think what you're saying here, Victoria, his children will hear his voice. But then it comes to playing. I might see, here I go again, Victoria. Here I go again. The way I think, sweetie, the way I think. His children will hear his voice. Now, already, I think, not think, but I have this belief system that there's more than one God in those scriptures. So when I hear his sheep will hear his voice, I envision the different shepherds. Whose voice am I going to listen to? Whose voice are you going to listen to? And it sounds to me, just that phrase, his sheep will hear his voice. Why was it necessary to even make that phrase? It already sounds like it's telling us there's more than one shepherd. But this particular God, his sheep will hear his voice. But what about the other ones? So to me, that even cements even more about there's more than one God vying for our worship. That's how my mind clicks, Victoria. Okay, Jasmine Jackson says, I never stood right with religion or some things in the Bible. I knew there was a God, but I always wanted to know the true God and the source. So this is my mission, searching for the truth of life. Join the club, Jasmine. Join the club. Welcome. Yes, Monica, and in all limbs, all over the body. Absolutely. You have the joint aches, and some days your leg hurt, your hip hurt, your back hurt, your shoulder hurt, can't move, you raise your arm. Yeah, all of it. It's like you're just broken. Fifth says, truth, Monica, Adam and Eve were born of the Holy Spirit's brother, Satan. This is where the confusion began. They are not connected to the soul, and we are trying to help them become complete. Ooh, that's deep, girl. Now that one I have never heard before, Fifth. Yeah, I've never heard that before. I'm fascinated by it, and I'd really like to see how you come to that how you do that. um, so I can see, how your thinking process is. Let me go back. I don't want to miss anything. Um, and while I'm searching here, thank you guys so much. Who the diehards that stayed the whole time with Duck and I. We had so much fun shooting that video, and we're going to be doing some more of those. I told y'all, Ms. Monica is a new day for me. I'm doing as many things and anything that I want to do that I can do. Um, yeah, I'm manifesting, baby. I'm living my life, and whatever I'm here for, I'm going to do it in a big way, big way, my way, my way. Um, Okay, C. Lee says many gods, some demigods. I believe that, absolutely. Victoria Corbett says no. Okay, Celia in favor. I truly believe we're the manifestation of the true source. I'm leaning more to that as well, Celia, because again, I just don't see how there is an intelligent, all knowing, all this the Alpha and the Omega just allowing all of it, it doesn't make any sense to me. So maybe the thought of that we're all manifestation of true source, this is how God lives through us, through experiences. And we just keep doing the stuff over and over and over again. But we get to live once we wake up to who and what we are, then we can manifest our own destinies of what our lives will be because we manifest what we want, because we are co creators. I think that's what it is. Right now, we'll see. We'll see. Again, I told y'all this is a journey. This is my journey. And thanks for walking with me. Cynthia Bell says, I think we can never understand it all until we pass over and we're in the spirit world. Um, I think it's important for us to awaken before we get into the spirit world, because what I'm learning is if we were to die suddenly and we're still stuck in the mindset of being reincarnated and coming back here again into whole karma stuff and giving your life to giving your soul to entities and whatever. um huh, it depends on what your mindset or what you believe, because I don't want to come back to the meat suit. I am a sovereign free spirit being, and I want to go wherever I want to go, when I want to go. And it won't be coming back here to be birthed out again to do this mess all over again unless I choose to do it. Right. Okay, Celie says, let's not forget about the goddesses. I am one of them, darling. I am one of them. Stephen S. says, the worship of the calf is the time period in astrology of Taurus. I know. I think so too. And I was looking into that too. There's so much out there that's right in front of our faces. And once everything is revealed, guys, totally revealed, we're going to be going like, man, that was in our face the whole time. Yeah. Yeah. It's fascinating though. It's fascinating. Bible is full of astrology. Absolutely. It says, I will cover some more specifics based on my experience. I will do it this weekend. Meantime, I have done several if they can go back. Okay, wonderful, Fifth. And what I'm going to do is once this is over, Fifth, I'm going to go to your channel and see if I can figure out which would be the best ones and attach it to this live as well. Thank you for doing that, Fifth. I really appreciate it. Okay, Fifth says, Cynthia, I am being shown that I passed into the spirit world without leaving the plane completely. If you can give some lessons of how to do that, I want to learn. Me. I want to go. Okay, Valerie Smith says, bingo. Fifth says, Anunnaki or Christed. Or Christed? I am an Anunnaki hybrid. Okay. And again, I don't think all Anunnaki are bad. Um, from what I'm learning, and I may be, correct me if I'm wrong, um, not wrong, or if you have better information than me, Fifth. But what I'm understanding is the Anunnaki is like a reptilian race of people. I'll just say people, a reptilian race of people. Some of them are really nice and cool people that just want to live their lives like us. But there's also some of the Anunnaki that are warlike. And I think I've mentioned that before as well. Um, so, Fifth, you say the Anunnaki are Christed. What is that? What is it? What exactly does that mean? And you say that you are an Anunnaki hybrid. And since we're disclosing here, I think I might be a hybrid as well. Fifth, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. And we will, but I think I am a hybrid as well. Um, Charmaine says, sanest thing I've heard thus far. Thus far. Okay, I don't know which thing was the sanest thing. Something I said or something somebody else said. Share. What is it that's sane? Fifth says, but the fallen are the same family, like you said. So don't be surprised when you see reptilian angels and dragons. Okay. I'm trying to prepare myself to be able to see anything. Again, if nothing happens and everything is just great, or if something does hit the fan and we start seeing some crazy stuff, I try and keep that in mind. If something pops off, try and stay calm, because I really believe that's why some of us are awakening up in layers, for us to already be primed for something to pop off. And we're still going to be shocked, I think, because of it. But it's kind of like combat training or something, boot camp. I really feel like we're being primed. And I think that everybody that's in this room right now, whether you believe it or not, there's a reason why you're in this room. When I started watching YouTube channels, It seems like all the channels, I'm not searching for the channels. I will have a thought in my head of what I'm looking for or an answer that I need. I would have never went to look for Jeff. I would have never went to look for Naughty Beaver. None of them that I mentioned. I would have never went to look for them. But it seems like they all just kind of popped up there. So I really believe that we are finding each other. We're connecting. There is a change. Oh, my clock says 11. Oh, and I looked at it. What are the chances? And I can't see none of this. I had to physically look over at that particular second and look and see all them ones. Something's going on, y'all. Doo-doo. No. Let me get back over here. Okay, we'll talk some more about the Anunnaki hybrid stuff, 5th. Okay. Valerie says religion is fear and control. Absolutely. Every bit of it. And I was doing some more research on the three-horn beast thing. It was something about the three-horn beast being Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. But now it's a new one. And the new three-horn creature is, I think it's Aina, Asha. No, military. It's the military, uh, finance, and government. I think that's three-horn beast now. It's so deep. And again, is it prophecy or is it scripted prophecy? Yeah. Okay, Charmaine says just popped on to see what you guys were talking about. Glad you did. Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you again. Welcome. Glad you popped in, girl. Okay, Cynthia Bell says, Miss Monica, do you remember how the JWs would look at depressive people as they lacked spirituality or were weak? Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And it's bad. And the Jehovah's Witnesses, they're a depressed bunch of folks. They really are. They really are. And a lot of they don't want to admit it. It's a fake happiness. Is everything is fake and everybody knows it's fake. But they sit there and they smile. We love Witnesses. Love you, sister. Yes. Oh, yes. And then they all go home and they take pills, think about suicide, and drink themselves almost to death. A lot of them. Not all, but a lot. One of the governing body members for sure. I wonder how Anthony doing with his bottles of what is it, scotch that he likes so much? $1,000 a bottle? But no. Was it $1,000 a bottle? No, it was $100 a bottle of this scotch, some kind of liquor. Okay, let's see. Let me leave him alone. All right. Let's see. Right. Celia and Favor were all mentally disturbed of all the shocks we've had in this life and past life. Absolutely. And again, mentioning that, Celia, say for instance, African Americans. You cannot tell me that all the stuff that my ancestors went through, and I'm light skinned. I'm a light skinned black, but I have some black in me as well. So whatever my slave, whatever my people of color had to endure, do you not think that's embedded in our DNA? Generation after generation after generation of oppression. I believe it does something. It has to. It has to. And not only people of color, but any other people that has gone, race of people or people in general that have gone through years, generations of this, hardship. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Mentally disturbed again. Okay. Mr. Stephen says Mr. Astrology is the best for explaining the Bible and astro theology, breaking down symbolism. And I've been watching him too, Stephen. It's so much and it's so deep but I have been watching him. Absolutely. He's a good one to watch. And he's also an XJW as well. William Sutton says, things we don't understand, we give our human meanings to, trying to understand the ununderstandable. And and part of me can agree with that too, as well, William. How can we fully understand God? How can we, mere humans, understand God? So I understand what you're saying there. But then again, that what pops in my mind is what that did the anointed one tell us? Do you not know that we are gods? And he says that if you have seen me, you've seen God. So what does that mean? I don't know. Okay, Fifth says dragon birds. Man, I don't want to see one of them, Fifth. But if I do, make me a big old scrambled egg. No, and actually, as you said something about not eating meat and stuff, I want to talk about that too. With the whole blood sacrifice, the whole blood sacrificing stuff is blowing my mind. How can a God of love and light require the creatures that he made? He made us, okay? But he wants us to go and kill another animal that he made in atonement for what? I don't get it. I don't get it, Fifth. But we'll talk about it. Okay. Okay. God emanates as a phoenix. Okay. Is that the one that's on a dollar bill? Is that what that is? Hmm. Phoenix rising out of chaos. Is that what you're alluding to? Interesting. Yes, Valerie, it is because I lived in fear until now. Celia says, why would we need a shepherd? Exactly. Obedience comes by repetition. Obedience comes by repetition. Okay, obedience to what? Obedience to what? To perhaps laws. And again, something may be getting lost in the translation, because it kind of sounds like you're talking about obedience to laws, biblical laws, possibly. Why do we need laws? And I think I mentioned this before. No one had to tell me that it was wrong to steal. No one had to tell me that it was wrong to lie. Something in me just naturally knew not to hurt someone. You just have this natural instinct. So it's unnecessary to me. For me, the way I think, why do we need laws? When that God spark or that God light is in us that already guides us if we just listen to who we are. Yeah. Jasmine Jackson says, I've dealt with depression for years until I started seeking within for truth. Absolutely. I the same way, Jasmine. I suffered from depression. I was taking at one time Prozac, Paxil, Flexor, Wellbutrin, all kinds of different medications that was going to help me find myself or get out of this depressive funk. And again, none of it worked. I found myself weighing almost 400 pounds on 11 different medications, on a CPAP machine, could barely walk, barely breathe, miserable. Yeah. That's the key, going inside. Has been instrumental for me and waking up. It says, oh, it jumped on me. Oh, it jumped real big. Oh no. Okay. I think I missed some. I'm just okay. There, I don't have all the answers, but certain I have certain keys as to what I can't wait to share with more people, and I know you all have the rest of them. Okay. The numbers. Let's see. Heartless MC says the numbers seem to help confirm something is going on. Okay. Fifth says, do we have the answers in our heart? We do have the answers in our hearts, no doubt. Okay. Majestic Madness says, no such thing as mental illness. No such thing. No such thing as mental illness. I'm trying to let that marinate and think on that one. Fifth says, that's you moving into spirit room without leaving the plane of all the synchronicities, or a big sign of that. Okay. Majestica says, growing up in fight or flight mode trauma. Yeah, and speaking of the fight or flight mode, there's something in our brain, guys. It's called the reptilian brain. I understand, and I may be wrong, but humans are the only one of mammals, I understand, that have this reptilian part in our brain. And that could that be because of our DNA was manipulated by the Anunnaki reptilians? I don't know. I don't know. I've got to find a way to hold my place here, guys. Okay, I'm going to miss some, so I'm going to keep going because I can't keep you guys holding like that. Okay, we are half reptilian, but ratios got changed with elements like iron. Okay, happens all the time. Victoria says, I hope you find the answers of all your questions, Monica. You and your watchers have taught me a lot. Blessings. Okay, Valerie. Love you, my sister. Cynthia Bell. Being in the JW organization was a very negative experience, yet showed me what is not spirituality. Yes. And the mindset of those who control the planet. Very narcissistic. Yes, indeed. Majestica Madness hybrid with a finger. Okay. Heartless, that's crazy because I just seen I think maybe they were trying to say 1111, possibly, or she put 1011. Maybe you meant 1111. Um, Victoria, there you go. I don't have all the answers, but okay, I already read that. The numbers seem to help. Okay, I did that already. It must have jumped again. I'm so sorry, guys, for this. Let me just keep going. Okay, Victoria says Satan's best temptation is to tell you you will be gods. I would rather be gods and belong to him. Okay, and I guess, again, Victoria, I seek the truth. If the truth is that I am a God, I'm okay with that. But even if I am a God, I don't want people to worship me. And I'm just a lowly human right now. And if I'm to believe right now, I am a God. I am a God. Do I want somebody to come in here and worship me? If I'm a God and I can do anything that I want to, why would I need somebody to worship me? So, Satan's best temptation is to tell you that you will be gods and you would rather be gods than belong to him. Okay, if I didn't belong to anybody, I'd belong to God. But if I am God, I belong to myself. I'm just saying. Carol's makeover. My question is why was Abel sacrificing animals that weren't supposed to be eating meat at that time? Exactly, Carol. Something's up there. Valerie Smith. Okay, the Vatican sits in the same spot as Nero's circus. Okay, I didn't know that. David Rodriguez, source falls into its own imaginations. Blood of the Lamb symbolized the cost of manifestation. Living in a tent, vessel, jar, etc., that eventually has to die. Just my thought. Okay. Source falls. Let me read it again, David, because I want to understand this. Source falls into its own imaginations. Blood of the Lamb symbolized the cost of manifestation. Living in a tent, vessel, jar, body, etc. That actually has to die. Okay, I'm going to mull that one around. VT, can you tell me what are your thoughts on what role do Black people play in this whole scheme of things? Because it definitely seems like some type of curse is on Black people. And VT, something's up with that whole thing. And I've mentioned that before in um, a couple of videos I've done. This whole thing about a chosen people for my name. And in the Sumerian text, Lord Enki, the Anunnaki reptilian Sumerian god, chose a people for his name too, the black-headed people. Now, Lord Enki, his history predate the Bible by 2,500 years. VT, there's a lot. There's a lot in this whole chosen people. I think there's something about the melanin. I don't know what it is. I don't know if having melanin is a curse. I don't know if having melanin is the is the is the s- is the best thing in ever. We shall see. But I do believe there is something to that and something big about that, and I want to know. And I'm not willing to just accept what people think it is, especially coming from books that I know that have been tampered with. And yeah, I'm just going to keep searching and keep digging and asking for answers. Eventually, it's all going to come clear. I can't wait to see. Maybe them again. I don't know, VT, if you've seen the videos I've done about what if black aliens arrive? What if a spaceship does come up, land here, and the creatures that come out say, and they're black and beautiful creatures, and they say they are Yeshua or Jesus or whatever. Check that out. There's something to that. And I still keep getting them things. I still keep getting those flashes of this not invasion, arrival. And it's the same one over and over again, the same thing. Valerie says obedience to self. Yes. It skipped on me again. Yeah, I've been on an hour and 30 minutes. Okay. I'm going to look for an email from you. Let me see if I can find any questions real quick before I get out of here, guys. See, that's important. There's a lot of stuff in here. I want to share this with y'all. Okay, I saw something David's talking about Paul, but not just Paul, the light in you too, of course, in us. Okay. That's what I want to read. Okay. It says that is what Paul says, Monica. He says that the Gentiles who did not have the law acted as if they had the law in their heart. Okay. Okay. I hate to do this to y'all, but okay. Oh, here's Carol says, my question that I wonder about when it comes to mock sacrifice with Black people, could it be that Black people are the purest of the human race? And that has been a thought of mine as well, um, Carol. What if the original man, or I think it's called Adum, what if the very first creation was this pure Black essence? Because I've heard the Black is with life. creation. So what if the first humans were people of color, black people, deep, deep melanin? And because of genetic modification by the Anunnaki, that's where the hybrids came from, us, in different shades, different degrees, perhaps different, I don't know, I'm thinking outside the box. Possible? What if? What if all the stuff that we're saying is true and everything that we've been taught in the Bible is all fabrication? And the stuff we're talking about, what I'm talking about right now, is the actual truth. Man, we shall see. We shall see. Okay. All right, guys. Ah, Mrs. Oh, hemorrhoid cream will shrink them bags under your eyes. It won't shrink them bags under my eyes. I'm 62 years old, and it's not hemorrhoid. And actually, I tried that before. Part of this is age. Part of this is I'm kind of tired. And actually have fat pads under there. Now, I have I have super chat on here. See that little button down there? I could go to a plastic surgeon and they make like a little incision right there and they pull your lid back and they pull that fat pad out of there and they put your eyelid back on it and tight. Let me see how it would look. They tighten it up like that. That would look real good. That would real good. And a lot of people that have money can do that. But I ain't got no money. But I got a super chat right there. If you can help a sister out, I'll take that donation and then you won't have to look at my bag. But I tried the hemorrhoid cream before, and actually, ophthalmologists say not to do that because that could actually get into your eye and cause you some real bad problems. You'll have nice, smooth under eyes, but your eyes be blind as a bat. So thank you for that tip, but I'm gonna pass on that one, baby. Okay, let me get back over here. Luna says, yes, a loving God would not want to be worshiped. Like it says, slaves, obey your masters. I love that, Luna. And he said, and he has favorite. He has a favorite or chosen people. Can't get with that. I'm spot on with you there. There's something wrong with that, y'all. There's something wrong with that. Think about it. Think critically. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Good night, my babies. Thank you for hanging out with me again today. And let me just vent and just be my crazy self. And we're going to be doing some more live shows coming soon. Duck um, is going to be hanging out here a lot, helping me on the homestead and helping me with the YouTube channel so we can actually really start doing real shows and not just me rambling and having Lily talk on one just mess. We're going to get it together and I'm going to have, we're evolving. We're evolving. And again, thank you guys for hanging with me. Anyway, till next time, my babies, be the light, be the light, be the light, and keep your vibrations high. Till next time, y'all.